We made it. It's what time is it?
It is 11:02.
11:02.
So we were in the truck for a long time.
Over 16 hours.
The last time I slept was yesterday at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Basically.
You got a little nap in today, but I wouldn't.
So
really
I've been
call it a
awake
good
for
sleep.
been awake for 34 hours.
Boy's about to crash
I'm
hard.
gonna be asleep.
So our plan is we found a good spot to pull off, pretty close to where we think we need to go in. We're just gonna pull the coolers out of the back of the truck,
Air the sleeping pads
air
up.
the sleeping pads up, throw the sleeping bags, and then throw a rain fly over top of us.
Yeah, just keep the dew off of us. Got down sleeping bags so we don't get them wet.
And then in the morning when it gets light, we're gonna assess the situation, see how bad it really is.
Yeah, we're gonna see how big this mountain actually is, because it looks gigantic in the dark.
It's just looming over us.
But no light pollution.
There's
the stars are insane.
I've never seen the stars like this ever.
And we found a spot that's pretty flat to park the truck and kind of away from everybody on public land, and there's no one else here, so
It's looking pretty good so far.
so far so good.
Well, how was the first night?
First night was cold, pretty chilly. I also didn't help myself by putting a hole in my sleeping pad somehow and woke up about 4 times to blow it up while I was laying on top of it. So that was fun.
Yeah, it got real chilly last night.
Tyson snores like a freight train.
Can't breathe, all right? It's the altitude. This is what we woke up to, though. All this frost. Had frost all over the tarp, which was just ended up laying on us because the wind was just kept knocking it off the truck. So we got a little chilly, but we got in the truck this morning, warmed back up. Now repacking and about to head out.
Smoked.
I think she's good.
It's 8 a.m. Took a couple shots at putting these packs on leaving the truck before we realized we've forgotten several things. So we got some practice putting them on. Here we go. We just came up right down here. Real steep mule deer trail. Seemed like a good enough place to have some snacks.
Camp set up. It's been an eventful day. It seems every route we took was the wrong one until we finally found this spot. It's not where we want to be, but it's as good as we could get for today.
Yeah, we got a good clearing about 500 yards away, and then there's another ridge and then another good clearing that I think there's a wallow in that I saw on Google Maps. It's about 800 yards away or so from here. So
we're gonna get some food in our system, some water, gonna take a little nap, I guess go find my arrows, because look at this crap. 1 arrow, that's it.
That's all that made it in.
That's all that made it in. And I know I had it before we made that last push, so they're not far. We just gotta backtrack and find them.
Camp set up,
Day 1 in the books.
Yeah.
Seems like it's day 5.
We got smoked today. Didn't do a lot of videoing. Did a whole lot of digging our toes into a really steep slope. Double trekking poles and like just straight up box step ups.
Trying to breathe. Literally all I did today was trying not to suffocate.
I'll tell you what though, that right there may not look really good, but it tastes amazing right now. We're gonna head over here behind us first thing in the morning, see if we can get some elk to bugle back to us. And sitting way up at the top of a pretty good sized clearing. Right down below us there's a good creek, real big creek, and
some good wallows.
I had a couple wallows in it, a few rubs. Looked good. Nothing was super fresh, but that was encouraging. We've been bugling and calling and
Haven't heard anything.
no, we hadn't gotten any responses yet.
But it might be too late in the morning.
Yeah, it's 10:15, so it might be different if we'd been up here at 7 this morning or something.
We should know what to expect coming in, so we figured we needed some light to
The hiking got way easier
way easier.
after we had gotten about 300 yards from our campsite.
Yeah, it opened up and leveled out.
Where we're camped is rough to hike through, but this view is pretty incredible. Check that out. Sitting like right above 10,600 feet.
Yeah, so right at it.
Back at camp, we just busted it back over here, hiked all the way out, and actually saw way more of this terrain that we were wanting to hunt than we were expecting to see.
It'd take a couple of days to see it all, and we saw it in half a day.
Basically, we had seen all of it by noon.
Nothing but old sign.
Really old sign everywhere.
Elk have been in here, but it's been a while.
Yeah, it
So
seems like everything's kind of moved out. We called quite a bit and never got any responses.
I think we're too high in elevation.
The lowest we can get on this
On the huntable
piece of
stuff.
land is 10.4 because it just cliffs off.
And we really need to be
Like right over there,
yeah,
basically.
We need to be in between 9 and 10.
We got up to 10.8,
Yeah.
which is way up there, getting close to tree line in this area. So, I mean, there's a bunch of sign up there. We saw some wallows, saw some rubs, some cool stuff, some beautiful scenery, but
Good water.
pretty much everything was old.
Yeah. So we made a decision to come back here. We're gonna take down camp and then work our way back down to the truck and hit spot number 2.
We're about to get camp taken down and then run right down here, because on the way in, I don't know if we really mentioned this yet, but
Yeah.
Tyson got right to where we're standing right now, and we set our bags down. We're like, this would be a good spot to camp, and realized that he didn't have any of his arrows left.
All 5 of my arrows were gone.
So
I took off, back down, kind of backtracked, found one, my actual number 1 arrow. So I've got one.
we're gonna run down there with just the trekking poles, no
Right.
weight,
Yeah.
because it's really, really steep.
See if we can find.
See if we can find those other arrows.
At least one more.
Once we get back up here, grab some water, and then head out in the direction directly behind us, and see if we can get back to the truck in time to move to that next spot while we still got some light and can see what's going on. So that's the game plan. I don't know if y'all can tell how steep that is, but this is what we hiked in on yesterday. Well, we backtracked all the way down. There's our reward right there.
Boy.
All 4 arrows. Looks like one of them's broken, but heck of a lot better than nothing.
Yeah.
We made it back to camp. Everything's packed and loaded. We found Tyson's arrows. Just about ready to put the packs back on and get on out of here. 4 o'clock. Hopefully we can get out of here in 2 hours. It took us 5.5 to get in here, so. That trek out already was way easier than trek in.
A whole lot easier.
All right, we got to get back down there. Tyson's truck is down there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Probably not, but it's like right there. Okay, we just got back to the truck.
Yeah, took us an hour and 20 minutes
to get down from our campsite.
A whole lot better way to get down.
Way better way to get down. Where the truck was. Camped on top of that thing last night. All right.
Putting in more miles.
Spot number 2. Truck's probably 100 yards behind us. We rolled up right here, got out of the truck, and heard probably 7 or 8 bugles right off the bat, right as it was getting dark.
Pretty promising already.
We're on a pretty decent trail right now, like a 4-wheeler trail. So we're gonna hike in.
A couple miles, hopefully.
We're on a pretty flat, like, elevation plane right now.
Yeah.
Compared to where we were, for sure. The plan is to get to the other side of this and then start dropping back down.
There's a pretty good creek on the other side that we're hoping we can camp next to.
Pretty big open basin with some water in it and
a couple lakes. So we'll have plenty of fresh water for once.
But I guess we'll update you when we get to the campsite. Yep. Wherever that is. I don't know yet.
It's 8:30 now. So hopefully we can be there by 10.
Hour and a half of hiking. We ought to be able to put in some work between now and then. Cover some good ground and then get set up for tomorrow morning. Wake up and start ripping some bugles from the campsite. Let's go. Let's go. We made it to camp. We just got dinner made. Biscuits and gravy for dinner.
Yep.
Mr. Oliver and I have been listening to a bull bugle for about 2 minutes now. Right down in this basin below us is what we're wanting to hunt tomorrow morning. So hopefully we can get some encounters going tomorrow.
I think we're in a good spot.
I think so too.
I think we made the right decision earlier today.
We're feeling really good. Really good, despite the fact up until about an hour and a half ago we hadn't heard a bugle. But we've heard a bunch in the last hour and a half.
We're in it now.
And we finally found a campsite where I have cell phone service, which is incredible. So feeling pretty good. Hopefully we'll sleep good and wake up to bulls just screaming all around us. But we'll show you all this campsite tomorrow. It's pretty slick.
It's not bad for sitting up in the dark.
Yeah, for sure. All right, that's the day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.